How's it going, neighbors? This is Ed here with eTrailer.com, and what I have for you today is the Benton Shifts and Grins 4-bike carrier on the back of a 2022 Hyundai Palisade. We're going to take a look to see how well it fits and how well it matches up to this vehicle. In general, when you're going with a platform carrier, that's going to allow you to get the most stability out of any other carrier generally to get your bikes going down the road. So let's take a look at the Shifts and Grins to get an idea as far as what makes it special. Taking a look at the rear of the vehicle, you can see the Shifts and Grins is a large carrier. So you're adding a bunch to the back of your Palisade. Loaded up, you're gonna block out your license plate, your backup camera, and your tail lights. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to add additional signal lights or maybe relocate your license plate. Overall, with this loaded down, you're not going to be able to have access to the back of your tailgate either. Even with the tilt feature, it does not tilt enough for you to gain access to your tailgate. The thing that stands out most about the Shifts and Grins is the fact that it can both be a frame-mounted carrier that'll help you carry those smaller children's bikes that have those shorter wheelbase, all the way up to adult bikes with a wheelbase up to 48 inches. We have found that the wheel-mounted option is great if you didn't want contact to that top tube. However, you're going to have a little bit less motion if you go with the frame-mounted option on those larger frame bikes. So let's go ahead and snatch these off, and then we'll take a closer look at the carrier. We're going to remove our straps from our wheels. And I just leave the hook to hold the bike to stabilize it while I'm getting the straps undone. I'm going to press your release. You can remove your hook entirely and it gets it out your way. Now our cradles will support wheels up to 4 inches wide. Something that's kind of a cool feature on here is the fact that if you have a road bike, you have that narrow channel to help keep that wheel right in line. The cool thing about this system here is also the fact that it does tilt. However, when you're loaded, you won't have access to the back of your vehicle, but it does tilt. And that can make it easier for loading. It will get kind of heavier because constructed, you're over 100 pounds. But if you have an extra set of hands, it can make it a little bit more convenient for you. All right, now we're just gonna pull this guy back into position. And the cool thing is, if you're just going on a mission with 2 bikes, you can actually remove the 2 cradles on the end just with a simple knob and pin. So just take a look. You can see without a tape measure that you're adding a lot to the back of your vehicle. From the bumper to the button here, you're right at 55 inches. The closest point from the bumper, you're right at 10 inches. As far as ground clearance, from the highest point on the rear, you're right at 18 inches from the ground. You definitely want to try to keep in mind once you're going at max capacity of 40 pounds per bike, that your carrier may sag a little bit. So just be cautious going up steep inclines and driveways. So now we're going to fold her up in the stowaway position. And that's another cool feature with the Benton is the fact that you can operate it, tilt it, all using this single button. We're going to see how much we're adding folded up this way. And just going from the license plate to the farthest point out, which would be right above the knob, you're at 21.5 inches. And you can see that still license plates obstructed, backup cameras obstructed. Tail lights are a lot more visible, but you know, it's a lot on the back of your vehicle here. The Shifts and Grins has a solid steel construction with a nice gray powder coat. Included is an adjustable alignment collar that makes it easier to set up into your hitch. And you get an included anti-rattle bolt that has a D-shaped configuration, so you don't need to hold it on both sides when you're fastening down the nut, which uses a 3/4 inch socket. This has been a look at the Benton Shifts and Grins 4-bike platform carrier on our 2022 Hyundai Palisade. I'm Ed, this is eTrailer.com, and you have a great day.